show you a couple things.
This facility is sort of like a midwifery thing, like.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
And that's for sure. They can start out here and then they can get a feel for what they want to do.
Sort of an incubator.
If they're happy with not having to lay out the, $500,000 or $1 million to build something like this, then they can continue on for years. To make this place really interesting and different is that they went above and beyond to get a lineal destemmer. Most destemmers are a barrel that have tines and the grapes fall through the holes and, the grapes get wound out the end. This one is a lineal. This is what they use in Europe a lot. And many fine wines with a little pump over here. Most people don't. So to the extent to buy the most gentle pump that you can buy in the world for this size operation, and they did.
Is it hydraulics or?
It's kind of a complicated deal, but the basic thing is that it turns really slow and just moves the product through without any shear, without any agitation. Red fermenters that Dan was talking about at 45, there's a couple. This is a little different setup where this is a chambered tank, these large tanks. This is a 7-ton red fermenter. I've got Riesling in there right now. I'm going to ferment Riesling in there because we're done with our reds and I ran out of room. But a chambered tank is great for that too because you can separate the wine in half. There's an airspace that's filled with technical gas like nitrogen or CO2 or whatever. You can actually top the tank up, let it sit on the enzymes for a while. We did a Chardonnay that way, old berry, overnight, gentle skin contract, extracted it out. The Riesling's in there as juice, kind of doing the same thing for the last few days, hanging out on the enzymes. Now we're going to inoculate with my mother.
Aha, Kim.
Oh, the mother. Oh, yeah.
Mother.
Yeah.
I know what the mother is.
Yeah, but that's not a vinegar mother.
No, it's not. It smells really good.
Smells wonderful.
The idea with a chambered tank is you see there's this line below the jacket and there's this valve set up. It's an air-actuated valve. It's like a bladder. And as gas is produced during the fermentation, the must splits in half and the cap comes into the top. And then once it's split, the air constantly comes up through the funnel, always agitating the must. Never getting a dry cap, always keeping the temperature the same from the wall to the middle, which is different than any other mechanical fermenter that has a mechanical punch down and shear on the top of the cap, or a basic red fermenter like this that you'd have to pump over. You never can keep the temperature the same. Because you can't, it's constantly rolling. And then however many times, however many times a day, we set the temperature, and however many times a day I want to crumble the cap or punch over. In this case, it was like 5 times on the Pinot. It would rumble, and then it'll open that valve and it'll let the air out. And naturally, all the juice from the bottom comes up through the cone, saturates the cap, and it all crumbles down like one big distillate type of situation 5 times a day. Boom, crumbles down, comes back up. Super gentle. As that action is going, the seeds are falling down